In this video, we're going to look at how we can make our drawing of regular polygons more efficient, either by using loops or clever use of variables. So we're going to start with clever use of variables, but first, take a look at this program. Just work out what it's going to do. You can pause the video, draw it on paper if you want to, but think carefully, look at each line. What does this program do? Well, it draws a pentagon. We start off importing our Turtle graphics library so that we're able to draw. I've set up my pen. I've said how thick I want my pen. I want it quite thick, 5. And I've chosen my pen colour. So it's not going to be black. I've chosen a nice dark blue. Then comes my instructions for how to draw the pentagon. I'm going to turn my turtle to the left 72 degrees. And I'm going to move forward 100. Then left 72, move forward 100, left 72, forward 100, left 72, forward 100, left 72, and forward 100. So we've got our 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've turned 72 degrees. That's not the inside angle, but it's how much the turtle needs to turn to be facing the right way to draw the side. So let's have a look at how this program runs. So we're going to click run and just save my program, and it will draw the pentagon shape. Why was it 72 degrees? Well, because as it draws the shape, it does a little journey of 360 degrees. So it finishes facing the same way, and it turned 5 times. So it's 360 divided by 5. So there's my pentagon. And there's my instructions to draw it. I've got 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side, 5 sides. So I could very easily change this into a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. So all I need to do is add 1 more side. And we're going to change the angle. And we're going to change the angle to 360 divided by 6, which is 60. So we could put in 60 here. Now I'm finding myself changing each of these, and I have to change it for each side, which is taking me a little bit of time. Okay, and if I run the program, we should get a hexagon. Oh no, oh look, invalid token 06. Oh, that should be 60. Right, let's run that again. Oh dear, gosh, that's definitely not a hexagon. Something went wrong. Oh, I've put 660 here. Now, I made a mistake. In fact, I made 2 mistakes. And I made the mistake because I was typing in the same thing again and again, and I wasn't paying close attention. So a way to help me here is I could use a variable. So I'm going to set shape dimensions. So let's create a variable to store the angle. So let's put angle and set the angle to 60. And then here, instead of telling it to turn left, I'm going to tell it to, I'll just copy and paste this because it will be slightly quicker. I'm going to tell it to turn by the angle that I want it to turn by. There we go. And if we run this, there we are. There we've got our 6-sided shape. So there it is. There's our hexagon with the angle in a variable. And I could do similar for the length of the side. Here it's 100 pixels. So I could put, let's do side length equals, well, make a smaller one this time. Let's do 75. And let's put in the side length into the forward instruction. And as I do this, instead of it using the literal number 100, it uses the value stored in the variable. And as we run that, what we should see is it draws a slightly smaller pentagon because it's put in our length as 75, and again, if I change that length to 50, we're going to get an even smaller hexagon being drawn there. There we are. Very good. Right, so we've made it easier to edit our shape by using variables. But look at this, we've got the same bit of code repeated here. Turn left, move forward, turn left, move forward, turn left, move forward. So we can make our code more efficient by using a loop to tell our program how many times to draw these sides or follow these instructions. So I'm going to add another dimension up here. I'm going to say how many sides my shape has got. And we're doing a hexagon, so that's our 6 sides. I'm just going to call that sides. And then, if we're going to use a loop, we need to keep a count of how many sides we've actually drawn. So I'm going to do a little variable called loop, and I'm going to set it to 0 because we haven't drawn any sides. And then I'm going to say while our count is less than the number of sides, then follow these instructions. So we're going to get it to do the turn. So let's put Terry turn left, and then Terry move forward. So there it is. So this should draw a shape, should repeat this code as many sides as we've told it to. So let's run that. And there it is. It's not stopping. Oh no, it's caught in an infinite loop. So what did I forget to do? Well, I forgot. Look at this, it's getting quite upset. I forgot to increment the count. The count in this loop is always less than the number of sides because it is always 0. So we need to increase the count or increment the count. And we do that by doing count equals count plus 1. And let's try again. Run module. Okay. And there it is. Perfect. Hexagon. Now, because we've done this and use these variables and a loop, it's now very easy to draw a different sided shape. I'm just going to change this and just say polygon, because a polygon is a many-sided shape. And I can now just change the number of sides. 4. So this should be a square, except it won't be because the angle's wrong. But it's now done the 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So to make it a square, we just need to change the angle to 360 divided by the number of sides. So I could put 4, or I could just put sides. And then if we run this, draws a square. And if I want a 3-sided shape, draws a triangle. And if I want a 20-sided shape, then I get a 20-sided shape. And if I just drag that up, it is there. It's just too big, so I need probably smaller sides. So let's drop that down to 10. I imagine this will look more like a circle, just because it's so small. There we are. Let's change it to 20, a bit bigger. Maybe we'll see the sides then. Sort of, just about. But there we are. There's how to use loops to make our drawing of regular polygons much easier in Python.